Tell me when. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Hi, my name is Michael, and I am an audiophile in Boulder, Colorado, and I'm going to take a few minutes and review a very rare pair of speakers that I have here, the Allison Four from Allison Acoustics. There's very little information out on the net, and I don't think any YouTube videos about these, so I'm going to take the time and make one, and I hope this is helpful to you. These were manufactured circa late 1970s in Framingham or Natick, Massachusetts, just a couple towns from my hometown, and they're a very unusual design. They feature one 8-inch woofer, which is on the top of the speaker, and two 1-inch convex diaphragm tweeters facing at 45-degree angles to the front, one on either side. And I'll talk about that more later. And there's a 3-position tweeter control on the back that allows you to choose flat, +3 or +6 decibels. These are an 8-ohm speaker. The low frequency goes down to 41 hertz, at which point it's off. It's down by 3 decibels. And the enclosure is called Stabilized Radiation Loading Sealed Acoustic Suspension Design. That's a mouthful. It's a sealed design, there's no port, there's no passive driver on it, and the speaker is designed to go up against a wall, which I'm not sure why more manufacturers don't do that, because who's got an extra 5 feet in the room to bring their speaker out? But it's designed to go up against a wall, and that reinforces the bass response. Okay. This speaker features the Allison convex diaphragm tweeter. Here's one of the broken ones I had to replace, and it's unusual in that it's not a dome tweeter. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's kind of like a little mountain. And this is an earlier version of their tweeter, which actually has the leads coming off on either side. Instead of having what's normal to having terminals on the back that you plug the wires into inside the speaker, these are actually hooked up to binding posts. I'm going to show them to you right now by taking this grill off. These are binding posts to which the little hair-thin tweeter wires are attached, which makes it rather delicate. So in order to fix these, I obtained 2 newer model tweeters. I'm not sure if you can see it from there. I'll turn this a little. But these newer tweeters have a more conventional housing and actually have a metal grill over the top of it. So I bypassed the binding posts on the inside and wired in these newer model tweeters in order to fix this particular pair of speakers. And I put one of the new tweeters on either side in a mirror image so that no matter which way you set them up, you're going to hear the exact same thing. All right, next on my list, wanted to talk about the sound. And I'm going to be comparing these to my Snell E.5 towers here, which are, okay, back up a little, which is a more conventional design. And these have 2 6.5-inch woofers and a metal dome tweeter. So in comparison, the Allisons are very listenable, but the bass doesn't dig quite as deep or have the same punch, probably because of the upward facing woofer. Similarly, the highs are not as crystalline as the metal tweeters in here, but everything is there in the right proportion. I suspect maybe they roll off a little because it's a paper tweeter as opposed to a metal tweeter, but it sounds very good and integrates nicely with the woofer. For the given that it's a 2-way system, there's no dedicated mid-range. All the voices and the mids are very nicely reproduced. So they do most everything well, and they're very pleasant to listen to. And the angled tweeters do provide a good stereo image across the room. Whether you're over there in the center, you don't have to worry about being exactly in a particular sweet spot. So the last thing I wanted to share with you is a comment that I found online in one of the forums, which I thought did a really good job of describing these. So I'll just read that and then we'll be done. The Allison Four is an excellent example of a well-executed East Coast speaker design. Of course, proper placement is important for the smoothest response. Many feel that the Fours are among the finest vintage two-way speakers available. I have two other vintage two-way speakers, Dynaco and ADS, which are both very good, but the Allisons are in another league in my opinion. The dual convex diaphragm tweeters widely disperse sound throughout the room, so the image may not be pinpoint, but they tend to sound good throughout the room rather than in a small sweet spot. I happen to like the presentation, but it may not appeal to everyone. So I think that's a pretty good summary. This particular pair is available for sale right now on eBay, so that may be why you're looking at this review. Hopefully it won't be for very long, but I hope this review is helpful to posterity to document these very unusual and rare speakers. Thanks.